This is part of my speed modeling series. I got a playlist on YouTube. It's all about speed modeling, and I'm going to primarily be using my full library to kind of use the tools in there to draw things very quickly. So I want to draw a bathroom in this session, and we'll see where I end up with this. Just going to start. I will highlight what I'm doing as I'm doing it a little bit, I think. I'm going to just start with this shape that I think I want for this bathroom, which is I've got like kind of a clip set up here so that if I had a bedroom here kind of mirroring this effect, that's what I'm thinking about with this. And then I already have some cool new tools for bathroom shower builders that are going to be coming out for X16. So I'm going to utilize that. I've got some pre-built stuff. So I've got some pre-built showers that are dynamic. And so I'm going to start with that. This is just going to be an architectural block. And I'm going to shift this over because I think my shower is going to be a little bit different. But I also want to just showcase that this is, a dynamically resizable setup here. So I'll explode this block, and then I'm just going to drag this down like this, and I'm going to maybe push this out a little bit. And then I think that I'm going to tuck a wall up like this. And so that's going to come out something like that, and it's going to return. And so this is going to be a water closet setup here. And let me just say that this is going to be like 30 inches, something like that. Okay. Let me bring this back, kind of center my view, and take these elevations and throw them inside of the space. Let's move my edit toolbar over a little bit. And then on top of that, I think I want to have base cabinet that's like 20 inches, and just I only need a little bit in between that and the shower. So that's about the size of the bathroom I'm going to go for. Granted, this isn't the way things are done. We would typically, have a house that we're already working with, or maybe this is new construction, and then I do get to kind of just space plan. But I'm just kind of winging it right now with just creating a generic bathroom out of nothing. Let me just bump this, and then I want to say that I have 30 inches in front of this toilet, and that way I can kind of fit this in here. I also kind of want to space this out maybe another 6 inches. There we go, and we can center this up. And so there we go. Now I got a door on the center. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Might move this out just a little bit more. Let me go another 6 inches more. And then, yeah, this door center on this little diagonal. Maybe we'll kick this back just a little bit more, kick this forward a little bit more. Something like that. There we go. I like that. Cool. All right. So then what do I want to do? I want to do a little base filler here, and then just butt this up. I want to make this like an 18 or 15, probably an 18. And then just keep going with this. 24. Let's go maybe a 21 in between, and I should be able to take these and reflect about. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I want to do, let's see, 2 drawer bases on the ends and maybe 3 drawer bases in the middle, and then full height double door where these are going to become sinks. And let me go ahead and just specify that this is a bath, and that's going to change my callouts here. Very cool. And we can kind of move this off to the side, and we'll just change this to a water closet. Cool. And I want to make sure that for my labeling convention, I actually don't want water closet. So let's see. Okay, labels, and then, yeah, water closet should have been in there. So that's, I don't know why that's not showing that. Well, fix it later. Okay. Oh, that did fix it. Haha. Cool. And so let's see, what else do I want here? So let's just throw in some lighting, and it's kind of uniform little can lights there. Maybe one here, maybe one in the shower. I have to move the shower label over a little bit so we can see that. And then let me do RD valve. We're going to throw a shower valve in here. That's a stretchable valve that I've got in my library. So we'll throw something like that in there, kind of center it up. And we should be able to move that off the wall 1/2 inch. Cool. And let's go towel, or actually let's just look through this with tags. So I'm gonna go wall, and then I guess decor bath. Fill this valve search. Oh, I like that we've got some mirrors here, so we'll throw these in here real quick. And there we go. I've got a couple towel bar holders. So throw one here and here. Yeah. What else do I want to see here? You know, I'm gonna have a toilet paper holder. See if we've got one of those in my catalog or not. I do. Cool. Throw that right here, maybe. Yeah. And maybe I want a mat. Bath mat. What a bath mat. There we go. We'll throw this one here. I think that's where that door is going to be. And yes, throw one here too. Yeah. And then let me get into countertop bath decor. And we should come up with a few things here. That's pretty large. Maybe we'll just do this one. And do a little one here. Oops. There we go. Something like that. Cool. Let's go take a look at this and see what we've even got going on here. And so I think I want to do a little window here, and I'm going to make this, I want to make this, I'm going to just make this a fixed window and an arch. Why not? Getting a little funky, right? Center this up on this guy. And then maybe I want, actually, I think I want another window here. And so I'm going to just flip this about the other side and center this up. I can find center. Oh, this is still an architectural block? No, it's not. Should have been able to get center, but I'm gonna be fighting it. Fighting. Okay, so for this is a cabinet, believe it or not, and it's infinitely resizable and modifiable, which is very, very cool. And so what I need here is I need the right side is this plane here, and we're just going to say none. So we're going to take that away because I'm going to put a window there instead, which means, yeah, we get to throw this window in here, and let's shrink this down by 12 inches on either side. And I think we're going to make this a single casement, and maybe we will also make this an arch. Something like that, and then no casing on this. So let's go back and kick this into an arch again. And so now I get to just, backsplash is gonna have to be drawn over here because we're utilizing a cabinet, which that makes it so you can't draw a backsplash because the cabinet's there, but you can kind of manually place it. So a little bit more work, but considering we've got a full shower built out of nothing, that was pretty slick, right? And by the way, if you're watching this video and you see that it's fuzzy, that's because my machine is trying to catch up to doing PBR rendering. So I had some comment about fuzziness. I'm recording in 4K now, and so this that fuzziness, you should only be seeing that when it's trying to re-render a scene like just now, okay? Okay, cool. And let's move this over a little bit. And then, yeah, let's throw a little backsplash in here too. Why not? Something like that. We're going to just make this 5-inch, or we might end up changing this depending on what tile I end up using as the final thing here. And then should just be able to span that out like that. Let's throw a little GFI on the wall, and maybe we'll throw one over here too. And it'd probably kick it up a little bit. Right, let's also throw, let's get back into my library. Let's go wall lights interior to find some kind of cool sconce. Ooh, I kind of like this one. That's fun. Something like that. Oops. Yeah, that's kind of fancy. Cool. I like it. What else we seeing in here? Want to change? Anything? No, kind of like what this is looking like. So let's just click on tile and see what tile we got. Like this. This is looking pretty cool. Let's go plan mode, change this tile out. That's kind of fun. Maybe I'll just search blush and I can blend this with the wall material. Maybe blush matte. Yep. Blend with plan view. Yeah, sure. Hey, that's kind of fancy. Why not? And let's just paint the front face of this. I want this to just be stone instead. And because it's a cabinet, it's got a bunch of individual components that can be painted. And then I want to switch to, maybe I want to do gold in this room. So just paint everything gold. Why not? All these brackets, hardware, expensive as heck to try to find this, but why the heck not? Let's get into this plan view one more time and just pop this in here like that. There's that center I was looking for. Yeah, okay. I want this to be a little bit shorter. Might need to rebuild that. No, that rebuilt by itself. Cool. Looks like this is just doing a little bit of Z fighting, so we'll just move this 1/16, something like that. So this is a rebuildable and editable block that's just built out of cabinets. So I can resize this tub if I want to. Here's these integrated hardwares were part of the block actually. And then can change the material and could even swap the material to something that was paneled because this is a cabinet. So that's pretty cool. And then let's see if I can't get, let's see, do I have fabric in here? Do I have probably just RD, or let's do furniture material. Let's see if that works. Furniture material, give me somewhere. Yeah, it does. So I'm going to find something that would be like a fabric here for these mats. A little bit better. Okay, let's just do that. That's fine. And let's see, do I want to resize this at all? I want to bring this back just a little bit. So we're going to bring that backsplash back as well. There we go. We got a little more space now. I like that better. And let's do wall art, right? So wall decor should get me to art. And let's see. What do I want? Something like that. Oops. This one's kind of funny. It's oriented the wrong way. Should fix it. Isn't that funny? It's part of it too. This is how I find little problems. And that should be mounted. Should have been mounted. It just wasn't working in 3D for some reason. So let's change this out because that's not the right painting for this shot. Yeah, we'll regenerate the size, shape, and let's go. Let's just go RD art. So I got some new ones in here that I just added. And check this out in its folder. Interesting. Must have put it in the wrong folder. My brand new ones. I put some brand new ones in. I put them in the wrong folder. Dang it. Dang it. What did I just do with them? Dang it. Huh. All right, well, let's just do something abstract then. Yeah, why not? That's okay. Okay, what else? Let's see. Actually, I'm just throw this over here. Something like that. So let's see. We want to get a little fancier with these cabinets. I suppose we can open up the bottom end of them and do something kind of cool. Yeah, that could be challenging. Could open up the whole lower section here and then and then turn it into a shelf. Would be something I could do. Okay, so let's start by doing, we're gonna throw some cabinet feet on here instead. Actually, typically I would not do that. Let's see what I can do here. Well, let's look, we got millwork, so let's go feet or foot. Probably foot is a better search term for that. And boy, would do a bun foot would look a little too contemporary. Like that, where we then need to modify these sections here. Make these all 2 drawers so we can just work with them, or just really, I just need to fix one of these. So I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna use my shelf tool. So I have a style palette. I have a painter for countertop shelves. There we go. And then let's show this in the folder. And here's our single width shelf items. And we'll throw a little towel in there, something. There we go, something like that. Or maybe a basket and component base, and get to swap out this lower door. But this lower door needs to be not a drawer, it needs to be a door. So let's just make this door panel. Now let's try that. Cool. So that kind of works. Really, the next thing is that I want the left style to be 0 inches and the left side to be none. Oops, none. So that it just locks into this next piece, right? And kind of the same thing. We don't want these to be the same size even. I might even just take this guy and duplicate it over, which would be easy enough. So we would just take this, kick this over 18, jump this to 24, right? And then that top part, this could just be, well, it could be a drawer technically. And then the right-hand side needs to be none as well. Get back to front and set right style to 0 inches. Cool. And so that's just continuing now. Isn't that cool? And then maybe we take this guy and say that, in fact, it's got no toe kick or maybe it does have a toe kick, but it's got just like a 1-inch toe. And we got none set to use default, right? So that's just dropping this whole section down, which I kind of like. Cool. Right, so now we just get to delete these. Let's throw that same sink in here. Take this, copy, paste, reflect about this center guy. Nice, nice, nice. That's kind of cool looking, right? And let's paint the room. Give it some new kind of finish there. That's looks all right. I almost want to jump this little cabinet out a little bit. Toe kick's a little funny, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm liking the way this looks though. Let's add a little eased edge molding to these. So we can just do that in plan view. So we're switching to a marquee mode so that we're just drawing marquee over this, because some of these things are built with cabinets. So we don't want to do room mode or full plan mode. And maybe I'll do something like an OG edge. Or let's see what other edges we've got going on here. Oh, that's a funny one. Yeah, sure. Why not? It's a cool little countertop profile thing. I'm gonna have to grab all these and kind of fix the height of it. So in our moldings, kick this off as, actually, I kind of like it. I kind of like the height. So let's go the opposite direction. Let's make our countertop more narrow. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I like it. And we'll kick this backsplash into a different finish. Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. I like that a lot. Let's go RD plant pot. I'm just going to put a potted plant in here, and I'm going to maybe move this door out just a little bit. Probably the wrong plant for the job, but that's okay. I'm going to turn off bumps. Or at least I thought I turned off bumps. And I'm still not turning off bumps. Move it over 3 inches. There we go. Something like that. Cool. And then what other details we want? We could put a Schluter edge across all this stuff. It's actually, I'm going to move this up 6 inches. I need a little bit of space there. Yeah, let's open this door even more. Let's go 130 maybe. Cool. Now I want to kind of kick in and do some of these renderings. So this would be like a nice little one, right? But actually, I kind of want something a little more like this. So I could sit here and kind of edit this clip surface 45 like that, right? And get to this rendering right there is pretty good. So let's just do a little print screen and we'll grab this. Okay. And then let's kick it back around the other way. Let's see what other ones are kind of interesting. Yeah, like this one. Sure. Do a little print screen, grab that. Cool. Now let's do one that's really cool. So we're going to bring this way out here and to see if we can't find that camera. There it is. Let's open it up, set it to 10 degrees. Let's display poche. We're going to put black fill on poche. And then we're going to do a section cut on this. Let's kind of figure out how this is aligned. I want to center this up maybe about right there. That looks good. Looks like the 10 degrees didn't follow. It did. Okay. And then I want to cut this right in front of right here, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to look at my X coordinate, -161. So let me go back to this camera and we'll turn on a section cut that is -161. And we should be able to, you guessed it, see this guy, right? We'll have to back this up a little bit, back this camera up a little bit. But yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty good. Let's just make sure our positioning's all good. So no tilt angle, 180 is still good. Height above floor is a little high, but that's okay. Yeah, let's see. Before, let's go 69. There we go, something like that. Let me just edit one more time. Let's go 62 instead. And I'm gonna kick my daytime backdrop intensity down to like 1,000 maybe, and kick these up a little bit. Why not? 8's ridiculous. I don't need that, but whatever, that's fine. And that looks pretty good. So let's grab a little print screen. Bam, 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 bam. Meanwhile, I'm going to throw these into some AI-based stuff in Krea. So let's just get some of these going. So we'll take this. And still want to kick realism up a little bit. And I like that. And then let's take the next one. Same kind of thing. Haven't figured out how to establish a setting that I like ahead of time. And let's get this elevation going. Okay. Something like that. Cool. Let's get back into Chief, and I should be able to just simply take this, and basically we want to just about face this sucker. So we're just going to take this and reflect it. We could copy paste and reflect it. No, we can't. So I need to just take this and let's go. This is where I'm at. Since we couldn't do it with the camera, we can just do it with the line. So we're going to take this just like that. Bam. And let's open that guy up and let's change the cut. So we're going to flip from this cut to this cut and same amount. Cool. Just like that. Let's kick that back into Krea where it's already been doing its work. Cool. A little enhance, get back the Chief, and let's start building out a couple things here for construction documents. So I've got an elevation right here. Let's open that guy up. And we'll do a little auto elevation. This is my Pro Plan template, so this works really well typically. I'm not sure why these are so far away. That shouldn't have been the case, but that's okay. I'll just move them up. So I should be able to move. Holding my S key, moving it up. Now I'm not picking up any snaps. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that. But that's okay. That's a much better look there, right? Let's do new layout and let's save my project as just some junk file, example bath. Example bath 1. And we'll kick back to that layout. We'll change the reference files to that example bath 1. And that should produce a new plan view, new layout, etc. Bring this into there like that. And we're going to move this, shift this around, get back to that back bedroom, and maybe we'll kick it up to 1/2 inch scale. So, right? Yeah. Expand this. We get all those dimensions in there. Drop this down. Cool. And so now I should be able to send this. I also want to send this at 1/2 inch scale. And in fact, I want to have some color on this one. I like the color on this one. That'll look nice. Yeah. And obviously I need to fix the vector color of those little guys. That was kind of funny. All right. So next thing is I should be able to just copy this, bring this over, relink it. And what do I want? That was left. Here's right. Cool. So that'll update in a moment. We'll be able to kind of click this. We can center contents. There we go. Open it up. Make sure that it's plot lines color fill. And let's go get the view. And then we'll auto-generate the dimensions. Obviously, need to zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Something like that. So I'm going to shut this view down. Why not? So I have to fix those dimension offsets. That was kind of funny. I'm not sure what's happening there, but let's just do a little point-to-point snap. So we got our floors lined up and we can go do the rest of the dimensions in the room if we wanted to. But let's go do something more with this camera. I feel like I got one more trick up my sleeve. So I'm going to bring this camera way up. Let's just hide some layers. Let's hide our roof. Let's hide our trim. And in fact, we can hide our gutters and our shadow boards. If you have some. Not. Yeah, I'm not too bothered by that. And then let's change that cut again. This time we're going to do a top down cut and maybe we'll throw it at like 93 inches. And so should be able to get kind of like a Sims or what is it, Airbnb kind of a look here, right? Something like that. That's pretty cool. This would be where I typically just export this. So let's try an export. But before we do, let's change our exposure just a little bit. Let's drop this down a little bit. Or maybe we'll kick to a manual exposure where we're just getting to exactly how we want it. There we go. That's looking a little bit better at manual. And so I'll finally XP and transparent background. Cool. And we'll just send this straight to downloads. Doesn't matter what the title is. And that way it'll make that grass disappear. Which would be great. So kind of get the same thing like this. I still want to kick this exposure down. Somewhere in between those two. There we go. Something like that. Untitled 2. Cool. Let's get back to Krea. Let's throw these couple more in. Oh, for some reason it still showed grass. Oh, it showed grass because I had grass in there. Oops. That's okay. We'll be all right with that. Kick this in. Should have gotten rid of that landscaping. But let's go check out what we got. Let's go download these things. There we go. That's looking pretty good. That's pretty cool. I forgot to fix that toe kick. The tile's a little crazy. Probably fix that kind of thing, but download it anyways. I changed my towel bar away, so I'm gonna have to map out that. It's gonna change some of the sconce stuff as well, and I have to map that back out too. So mask it, throw it into Photoshop, clean it up, that kind of thing. Could always come back and kick this down a little bit, or kick resemblance up a little bit. Try to redo that one. As far as the elevation is concerned, this is beautiful. That's beautiful. Great. How's this elevation doing? That's great. Absolutely great. So how cool is this? You get to come into Chief, get to throw layout up. Let me get back to just File Explorer, downloads, and I could just come in here and drop these two in like this, right? So isn't that fun? Right, just chop it a little bit if we wanted to, chop it a little bit in the middle of thing if we wanted to, kind of point to point this. Look at that, isn't that nice? Yeah, and then you could do kind of like that overhead overview that's coming from this guy. Isn't that nice? Look at that. So let's just download this. We'll throw it into a little Photoshop. And I'm just going to make this real easy on myself. Let's do a lasso like this. And just do a new layer with some black. That in. There we go. That's looking pretty cool. Isn't that nice? In fact, I could have just deleted all that kind of the same way. So we just instead do this. We could build a mask here and invert the mask so that all we're showing is that building, right? And let's just do a little lasso here as well. So just add to that mask. Isn't that neat? So then we just get to crop this if we wanted to. Let's clear any kind of ratio or selection and get this a little tighter. It doesn't matter that it's tight, but it might be helpful. Export this, and I want to make sure it's got transparency, and we can take the resolution down to 1280 or something like that. And same thing. Yeah, we'll just overwrite the existing. Come in Chief, bring this in here. Isn't that cool? This little presentation pic. I could probably tighten up these dimensions so that they're not overlaying there. And then shrink this down a little bit and get this on the page. That with its some disclaimer about rendering not being actual. And of course, you got to come in here with dimension tool and pop this in, do some stuff, clean up. I think that's probably all that you have attention span for. Right? So I changed some labels, changed some names, spent a little bit more time, and we got a whole kitchen remodel. That's awesome. Yeah, pretty happy with this. So just thought I'd show that. I build out stuff to make your life easier. You need anything, let me know. I love building out stuff because look how seamless and nice and fun this is. This ends up being really fun. Quick, enjoyable project to get to this state. So yeah, check you next time.